Hello again, everybody. Welcome to this week's MPTV Coaches Show. Ryan Lindley, Brian Dieters. We apparently decided to coordinate our outfits this week a little bit.
Yes, it was unintentional.
Very much unintentional, folks, we promise. We do not call each other to plan outfits for the day.
Not usually.
Not usually. Every once in a while, I mean, obviously. So let's talk about some of the great stuff that's happening. We got to start with state-level teams. Mm-hmm. Let's start with boys bowling. We knew they were going to go to sectionals because we talked to Aiden and Chase last week, and they went to sectionals. They finished second in sectionals, which qualifies for state. Weston Sadler leads the way as the fourth member of the team to throw a perfect game.
Right, and let's reiterate what Ryan just said. 4 perfect games, 4 different guys.
Yeah.
That's amazing stuff. So exciting that they're at state this weekend. Obviously, we're anticipating some positive results, and best of luck, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll obviously check in with them after that. Speaking of teams at state, our dance team, right? Sometimes, I feel like cheer and dance kind of not get hidden because you see them out on, at halftime of basketball games or sidelines of football games or whatever. But people forget that they have a competitive season as well.
100%.
And dance team was in sectionals this past weekend, won their sectional, and they are headed to state.
Congratulations, girls. Do we know where state's at? Usually it's up north.
So it's at Bloomington. So it actually is
wrong.
So it's actually easily accessible.
Okay.
If you want to get out there, they'll perform on Friday, and then obviously they need to advance on the Friday performance. I believe it's the top 10 that advance to the Saturday performance.
All right.
So
best of luck.
Yeah, good luck to them. Very exciting. Really, really fired up for them and the work that they've put in. Another group that's been putting in a lot of work is a group that's behind us right here. It's our wrestlers. They have a regional this weekend, but they wanted a couple things that they wanted us to mention. They would number one, shout out to the JV team. JV won the Mid-Atlantic Conference, and I think obviously we're going to spend justifiably most of our time talking about varsity sports.
Sure.
But as somebody that coached JV for a while, those kids put in a lot of time and effort too. Oftentimes without being under the spotlight. And sometimes for a kid, that JV might be their last big moment. So it's awesome that they got a chance to do that.
100%. And congratulations to the entire program, but highlighting the JV program, getting first in conference with a lot of the tough teams that are there. Obviously, Coach Henderson has to be pretty excited about what's coming in the next couple of years with regards to the varsity program too. Yeah,
absolutely. So like varsity boys and girls obviously are going to head into the postseason. I think one of the things people also forget is our girls wrestling team, and obviously it's maybe again another one that flies below the radar. Elizabeth Austin got second in conference, and like I said, regionals this weekend. So kind of exciting there.
Good luck to her, and the numbers have continued to increase, not only for our school but so many schools around the area, the state, and the country with regards to girls wrestling. So it's a growing sport. It's exciting stuff. It's good to see, and keep it going.
Absolutely. We've got this was senior night for wrestling, which we talked a little bit about last week. That's what's the competition that's behind us. Another group that had senior night recently was swim and dive. Again, we've been trying to get a hold of those guys. Like we said, sickness, a couple things kind of got in our way. Also, even I was out a little ill.
The flu has hit Morton High School.
Yes.
For sure.
I'm happy to be back here, and hopefully I personally feel great. I think I've recovered. But
you look good. You sound good. You feel good.
Thank you. But they had senior night, and they're getting ready for postseason as well. We talked about girls basketball a little bit last week, how we said the Galesburg game was going to be big for postseason seeding. Unfortunately, the Lady Potters fell to Galesburg. They did come right back and beat Normal West, though.
Yeah, that's great to see, and that was our senior night for the kids, I think.
Yeah, it was. I mean, or Gabbie Hutchinson night, because she was the only senior.
There you go. We've talked about the junior class being a steady influence, but congratulations to Gabbie. And, we got right? We got a victory. Yeah. The postseason is clearly right around the corner, especially for the girls.
Yeah.
They're always about a week earlier starting than the boys. But, it's basically February for all practical purposes. So here we go.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of tough losses, but
responded and came back, and like you said, got right. And speaking of Gabbie, after the game, our colleagues, Jonathan Farrell and Brian Gordon, got a chance to talk to her. And I thought it was a cool interview. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you if you missed it on the broadcast. So many people, the game's over. I'm even notorious for this. Sometimes the game's over, you turn off the broadcast, you forget the post-game part of it. But she talks about, obviously, basketball, but that she's going to swim in college. Speaking of swimming, so kind of tie this together. So go ahead and take a look at this interview.
Gabbie, you have played with 4 different teams. Tonight's unique in that you're the only senior. Talk about being the senior on the squad, just what you've enjoyed and what your memories even to this point of this season will be.
Well, it's kind of weird, like, being the only one in your, like, age group. But, I mean, we're so close as a team. And so it hasn't been, like, weird at all. Like, I've never felt, like, singled out or anything. Like, I've known these girls forever. And it's just been... It's been, like, my best year so far. It's so fun. Like, they always make me feel special, too, as, like, the only senior. And, yeah, it's been so fun. It's my best year.
Do they do your laundry? I mean,
let's
talk about this.
I was going to say, do they call you grandma? I mean, what's going on here?
They don't. But, like, whenever we make decisions or something, they're always like, you can pick. And I'm always first for everything. So it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'll do one more, Brian, and then hand it to you. But we heard as senior night festivities went on, going to St. Ambrose on a swimming scholarship.
Yes.
Talk about swimming, because I think you also played tennis this fall, right? Mm-hmm. So just multi-sport athlete. Like, what was I want to do swimming, and how'd you go through that journey?
So I went on a visit, just like a regular visit, with one of my, like, best friends that I've known since preschool. We're actually rooming together. So
awesome.
we went on a visit together, and she does swim. She goes to P&D. And I was just sitting at the end of the table, me and my mom, at the visit, and he just asked me, he was like, what do you do? And I was like, well, I do tennis, basketball, and track. He was like, well, do you do swim? And I did Morton Otters. So I've done swim before. And I was like, no, but I can. And so he gave me a scholarship, and
awesome.
Me and my friend are going to do it together.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. And, I mean, that's becoming a popular destination for a lot of Potters and Lady Potter athletes. So
Yeah.
You'll not be... You'll be able to find a ride home, probably.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
So, well, congratulations to you.
Yeah,
and,
Thank you.
And good to get a W.
Again, kind of exciting. Those guys did a great job interviewing her. It's fun that she was obviously really excited for senior night, and kind of, unique to be the only senior on a roster.
It really is. And hats off to her. First of all, had her in class. It's such a remarkable kid, and is going to do well as she moves forward from here. But yeah, it is a unique situation to be the lone senior. And a special time for her. So
absolutely,
we tip our cap to you.
Yes, absolutely. And then, we'll wrap this up, I guess, with boys basketball, right? I mean, we kind of maybe buried the lead a little bit. I don't know. State maybe deserves the lead, but the boys in December played Metamora, and they lost in a triple overtime thriller. But a lot of people maybe thought that, oh man, where does that put Morton as far as the middle Illini? Well, number one, Potters are in first place as we sit here almost February.
Right, tied for first with EP.
Yeah, tied for first with EP. Yep. And last night, they went to Metamora and won by 18 points.
It's unbelievable how well they've played. Several weeks ago when this winning streak started, we talked about how, hey, they're finally getting healthy. Hey, finally we're starting to see them be able to practice. Hey, the cohesion is clearly there. You tie that with then obviously the excellent coaching that is happening with Coach Zeller and his staff. And you're just building momentum. You're building confidence. This team really seems to really want to play for each other. That chemistry is massive. So it's going to be an exciting run, I think, for these guys.
Absolutely. And then I think the other thing we should mention is, a couple weeks out from game ball run. And that's always a huge deal. I mean, I know if any of you have children who are in grade schools, they're already doing activities and all that. And if you've been to games, you've seen us honor some of our Miracle families and all that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, one of the cool things, we may have mentioned this before, but I wanted to reiterate, is that's a varsity doubleheader. It'll be girls game and then boys game. Girls will play Dunlap, boys will play East Peoria. So also could be first place on the line here in about 10 days.
Huge night for our community, for our school, for the teams. And like you said, the basketball on top of it is is really the icing on the cake. So
Absolutely. So again, that's a little ways away. We may dig into that maybe a little more next week.
sounds good.
We got two varsity boys games on MPTV this weekend. If you cannot make it out to the Potter Dome, Pekin on Friday night, 7 p.m., and then the Streeter stepping out of conference on Saturday, 3:30 start in the Potter Dome against Streeter on Saturday. So
bringing Streeter down here.
Yeah. So if you're available to get out there, get out there. If not, can always watch on MPTV or the NFHS network.
Will you be?
I will be on both those games actually. It's been about 10 days since I did a broadcast, but I think I'll be all right.
I think he's ready.
Yeah, I had the illness and whatnot, so
You're good to go.
I think I'll be okay. So we'll take a break from there, though. So for Brian, I'm Ryan. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.